Wee hours of the morning, we are live here on a PaleriderTV podcast channel. Yeah, a little story to tell. You can see the title, The Red Solo Cup Wars. But I have to set all this up with some certain people. This happened, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or something. If you know my feud with the McCarters, James and Jan McCarter, that we had a big falling out years after this happened. This was just part leading up to it. They used to go by the Keys Truckers and Bobby Buffet and all that stuff. So yeah, we were good friends and everything. And when I started the Pale Rider TV Facebook page, there on Facebook, didn't have a lot of time to spend with it. So Jan, she uh, was doing the Keys Truckers Facebook page, I think was the name of it. And she would post on there 4 or 5 times a day. So I asked her if she would like to be an admin of the Fairbrother TV Facebook page and post some of the trucking news and the kind of stuff that they post on their page. And she said yes. So, okay, cool. So made her admin. That way she could post stuff on the Pale TV page. And everything was going good. She was quite busy on her page, their page, and my page. And uh, so that was that on that. So another thing, a little backstory I got to tell is I remember back when Toby Keith came out with that song, Red Solo Cup. And I despise that song. I'm not a big fan of Toby Keith, and everywhere you go, people were just going crazy over that song, um, Red Solo Cup. So I was posting on Facebook and everywhere else my disdain for that song and how stupid it was. It's not even country. Toby Keith is an idiot. Why is he even putting out stupid songs like that? But it was a well liked song. I couldn't stand it. Could not stand it. So James and Jan McCarter, they were the type of people that would take something that you hated or whatever. Maybe it was something you did, but they would run with it and they would joke about it. But sometimes their jokes would just get out of hand and just keep going forever after it wasn't funny anymore. The case of Bobby Buffet. I think they wore that character out. They should have ended that character long before they kept going with it. And it was where it wasn't even funny anymore. It was downright stupid, in my opinion. So uh, they let it be known to everybody in the world on Facebook, YouTube, everywhere else that I hated Red Solo Cup. And they would be sending me pictures of Red Solo Cups and everything. It was relentless. It wouldn't stop. Constant barrage, not just from them, but mutual friends started getting involved, and they started posting stupid Red Solo Cups and sending me the link to the song and the video and all that stuff, and it's got relentless. It was old news, and I was sick of it. So one day I'm driving down the road, and my cell phone, I started getting a lot of notifications, and I said, "What the heck's going on over there?" I mean, constant barrage of notifications coming from Facebook. So what the heck? So I didn't really pay much attention to the phone because you're driving down the road, you don't want to read your notifications or something. So I'm driving. An hour went by, a couple hours went by, and I get a phone call from James McCarter, and he said, "What's going on, Pale Rider? Have you noticed anything today?" I said, "Is this has something to do with all these notifications that I'm getting?" So I don't know. You might want to check your Facebook page and find out what's going on. Uh, all right, so I got parked or pulled over or something, and I checked it, and it was notifications from the PaleriderTV Facebook page, which I made Jan a admin, be able to post stuff. She had gone into my settings to change everything. Profile picture, a bunch of pictures. She posted a bunch of pictures on the timeline, and they all had to do with red solo cups. I mean, my profile picture was, I can't remember what it was. Like, I was wearing a hat, and instead of a hat, it was a red solo cup, and it was just crazy stuff like that. Just the whole page, and the people were commenting, and it was a mess. It was a mess. And I said, "What the heck did y'all do?" I said, I was kind of mad because she went in there and changed all that stuff just to mess with me about the red solo cup. By then, I was already sick of it. Then they had to go do that, change my Facebook page. I mean, I was getting so many comments and notifications that I had an old style phone, one of the first version of the smartphone or something. Can't remember what it was. I think I had to do T-Mobile or something. It was a piece of junk phone. It had so many notifications from Facebook that the phone shut down. So I got it started back up, and I had to go start deleting all those comments and everything. And yeah, it was quite a mess. I was quite upset. And I didn't say anything to him right then. So I got to going back and changing everything, changing my profile picture back and all that stuff. And it's still, it was relentless. They wouldn't stop with it. They would just keep on and on and on about the red solo cup stuff. It just wouldn't stop. And like I said earlier, it was not just from them. It was from people that thought it was funny too, and they started picking on me about the red solo cup stuff. So it was relentless, never ended. So quietly, about a week later, I went in there and took Jan off as being a admin, um, moderator, admin, whatever, for the PaleriderTV Facebook page. So a couple hours later, after I did that, I get a call from James McCarter asking me, "Did you take Jan off of being a admin on your PaleriderTV Facebook page?" I said, "Yes, I did." "Well, why'd you do that?" I said, "Because it's relentless. That's all I've been getting the last 2 weeks, constant barrage of red solo cup memes, comments, pictures, all that kind of stuff. Anything to do with red solo cup." And it was ridiculous. They just don't know when to leave it alone, to stop. The joke is over. It's not funny anymore. Stop. They wouldn't stop. relentless with the Red Solo Cup stuff. So finally, after a week or two, it finally started calming down a little bit, but still for a year or two after that, it was still every now and then I would get a comment or a meme or something about a freaking red Solo Cup. It was relentless. So that's just one of the feuds I had with the McCarters, the Keys truckers. That was probably the first one I think that we kind of had it out a little bit, but I didn't unfriend them and they didn't unfriend me. Like happened a couple times after that. I've had to get more stories about the Keys truckers and our back and forth things that happened. And yeah, Red Solo Cup. So YouTube has a setting that you can put it in your for keywords. You can have block words, keywords, and all that. So some of the blocked words I had, so people wouldn't be commenting on the YouTube uh, on my videos about Red Solo Cup. I had Red Solo Cup. So if you try to put that in a comment, the comment wouldn't even show up because it was in the blocked words, along with all the curse words and everything I got in there. So people can't comment. So it was quite aggravating having to deal with all that to some childish people. You would think the way they acted that they were, you know, 20 years younger, 30, even 40 years younger, because they were older than me. At least James McCarter, he was a few years older than me. And I'm not sure about Jan. I think she was right my age, right around my age, or maybe a year or two younger. But still, they acted like a bunch of children, and it was crazy, crazy. So that's the story of the Red Solo Cup that I can think of right now. It's like 1:43 a.m. where I'm at Central Time, so my brain is ready to go to bed. So I just thought I'd come on here. Try to. I've been slacking on this PaleriderTV podcast channel, so I'm gonna try to get it going again uh, on a regular basis, and hope everybody appreciates the content I got over here. So that's the story of the Red Solo Cup Wars, or war, or battle, or whatever you want to call it. Appreciate everybody listening. Everybody have a good day. And like I say on the PaleriderTV channel, stay safe.